I do pick up that a lot of things that are being emphasized, like, you know, on videos, when y'all come over the videos or y'all try to, as if he has lack of self-awareness, you know, to the background noise or, you know, the data entry work that's done in reference to the wordplay, the format of wording, or advertisements such as dates and times, and let's flip it and just see how many times more than not can he become correct in picking up on alterations to what would normally be viewed, you know, by knowing that you have adjectives or components being utilized to take over media and communications and different things with voiceovers and things of that nature. So, you know, like now, carbon monoxide in the air again, or like the fumes. My thing is, when I decipher and I say certain fumes smell like bleach and ammonia mixed, or you're throwing in paint thinner, you're throwing in plaster, you're throwing in carbon monoxide, or, you know, from a dumbed down or uneducated translation verbally of it, gas, you're putting stove gas in the air, you're putting glue, you know, in the path of my airwaves and things like that deprive oxygen to the brain. Like it said, you know, feces, urine, cement, plaster, paint thinner, bleach, pond soil. Like, my thing is, like, I can be off, I can be partially on, because it's like the term is, if you're using toxics, poisons, and different substances or different chemicals, like I said, biochemical, germ, and nerve agents, of course somebody from, you know, uneducated and out of the loop, per se, view or connection to this would not be able to decipher, you know, continuously what they only know from the dumbed down point of view they come across. So if there's somebody from, you know, a foundation of lack of knowledge of science or technology, of chemical makeups or whatnot, they're only gonna define what could be mimicked. So you may be mimicking it and adding poisons and toxins to it, and then when a person, you know, is that true? Oh, nah, that's just some bleach right there. But you know, as well as I know, people don't lose consciousness as fast as how I'm losing it as soon as y'all blow, which seem like a pull or two of something, whether it's weed, whether it's K2, whether it's some kind of toxin. I can't translate because I don't smoke weed or K2, but it could be something else that's just burning. I know the perfume smell. I know beyond benefit of doubt. Once that goes continuously, if I taste it in a cup, if I taste it on a cigarette, if I smell it in the air, you know, without fail, if somebody burns something in the air, it could be an incident, it could be a stove turning on without something burning. My whole inside is cooking day in, day out. So I don't need to actually know the chemical makeup for me to decipher what I'm being subjected to consistently. I don't need to actually know what's inside something that's being injected into my eyes or into my ears or, you know, under my skin and different things for me to know the scrutinating pain I may be going through. I might not be able to actually decipher what methods being used. You know, so, some things might be translated as a brain zap. I feel like things are being injected into my, you know, where the brain's supposed to be, since you want to tell me like you dead, or you don't have no organs, or you don't have no brain, or you going through, you know, placebo effect. I believe that's how you pronounce it, or things of that nature. I have in my, now the way you attacking my shoulder, then when I go to that, you know, I think back to, like, you know, the Passion of the Christ and different factors that come into that, because the main thing is I never known until probably a week or two ago that supposedly Mel Gibson, during, you know, shooting of the movie, I believe he had to dislocate someone's shoulder or whatnot to attach it, to put the nail in the right hand. And the main shit I go is like that main right shoulder. You just hit it 2 minutes ago. I'm, usually saying something you don't like, that's the first spot you going to in torture. And you could call it virtual torture, what you not. I know hands done been put on me consistently. I know what methods is used. If I try to get something to eat, the threat is, if he walk here, lock him out. But my term is, if he's in, and then you put in starvation or rotation modes, or if I communicate and go through the same simulations you use to torture 80-plus-year-old in front of me, starve her, beat on her, rape her, freeze her and burn her, and have her standing 5 hours here and 7 hours there, and systematic torture, and then when the camera on, you want to portray it like it was harmless. Oh, nah. He bugging. He ain't bugging enough. Them videos is out there, you heard? Shit's consistent, too. They wild consistent. So it's a laugh to you like, he only worried about his grandma. It ain't that. Like I said, if it was about, like, simple as put, the big picture, the Higgs boson and whatnot like that, when it came to the viewpoint, if it was about that, even me, that's why the roles couldn't have been reversed. You had to knock my block off wherever I was afterward. I wouldn't have been about, this target or his family or people. I would start picking up like, you opening wild doors, like wild crazy, and my bag don't add up to that. Like, fuck out of here. Like, you crazy or something. That's what y'all doing. Like, you sit back and you try to play all that mental monopoly, all this lucid dream, astral projection, want to fearmonger and shame and alienate, blacklist, put into anxiety and different kind of phobias and uncertainties, which are valid on my case. See, my shit ain't acting. This shit valid on my side. And the nigga might be like, well, you ain't responding like it's valid or shit. Word, like, niggas knew the pain, like the shit I'm going through. I sit back, I'm like, on something real, you trying to provoke a nigga with simulation and then sitting out like you fooling the public. That shit will work. If you had an isolated situation, this shit international, you heard? It's universal. You can't find a motherfucker you gonna try to say a program or just some regular motherfucking organ or some regular sacrifice that you could put a justification on everything that's escalating in reference to my existence. So that right there was a telltale sign in itself. You can make my mouth watery and all that, lips all dry and shit. At the end of the day, the truth still will prevail when it comes to the bigger picture. That's it. Like, racist, not gonna make it. Like, on the fact like that, religious, you ain't gonna make it. Political, you won't make it there. You ain't making it motherfucking anti-government. You not making it in plotting. You not making it in treason. You not making it in sedation. You know that. And once you know that, every step you taking is like a slap in the world face. That's like wild crazy. Like you done been called on for less. You done approached situations for less, ready to go to bat. And you think you gonna sit by and just grab a motherfucker out the hood and have all this turmoil and keep spicing it up. Oh shit, he catching on. Yo, going to yo, download this, download that. All right, yo, say this to him, say that to him. But at the end of the day, the big picture comes. We on the same page. That Higgs boson, like, yo, that shit here. Higgs boson, Kareem, for real. All right, boson. You want to call it boson? I'm changing the letter. B-A. Since it's Barkel's son with a B-A, real name Larry Lawrence, I'm changing the letter. All the torture I'm going through, I got the right to patent something on this shit. Like, y'all niggas just running wild with this. Like, still torturing you, sodomizing a nigga now every fucking day. You twisting a nigga testicles. Like, you on some shit. Like, you putting cuts and burns and all types of craziness on me. Trying to provoke me, trick me out my boots. I'm already tricked out the boots. The shit about it, like, when I hear, I ain't gonna lie, the biggest relief when it came to this situation, knowing that's gonna be the escalation point, was some real rats. When I say real rat, I'm not speaking in reference to gangs. I'm just speaking of those that could think outside the box for a minute. Once you come out and you're not a threat, he was never a threat. We never deemed him as a threat. Basic, like a term, you're not safe, you never was safe, you never will be safe. No one never will be safe. At the end of the day, you will sacrifice them organs, not yours. Slavery ain't in. You better blame your ancestor, what he didn't know. Like, yo, believe it or not, that shit sound crazy. But somebody being subjected day in, day out to what I'm subjected to, and people that's being blacklisted, alienated, wrongfully accused, put in the spotlights, and have to defend their motherfucking self, they place and they title, that shit like music to my ears, man. That's like water in the desert. That's the truth. Because that right there tells you ain't got no national security issue. You never had one, and you keep repeating it. But you do it when you lose your cool. You see how you got to inject me with some shit, get under the skin, get them to start reacting a way that seems impulsive, combative, erratic. The shit y'all really doing naturally, and you gotta eject me 100 times, like, and different things, like microwave my brain and different, different substances, tampering with food, try to fearmonger, shame, put a person in embarrassment just to take his focal point off the big picture. Most time, if you try too hard, things that a person never even considered is the only thing that they consider. So long as I gave you something to consider, I attempted to do my part. And I'm very grateful. Like, I don't hate nobody. Like, I don't. Very disappointed. You're highly upset. Like, somewhat amused because it's been in front of my face, like, my whole life. All I had to do was really stop for a minute, pause, and pay attention. Because person my texture, like, if I knew this shit, you watching all this, you got people running around being viewed in a full scale level, like they knew everything at stake when it comes to this Higgs boxing. Like, are you serious? My nigga, you got motherfuckers taking full credit for this that's just like me, came up in the same conditions as me. Like, not sure where your next meal coming from. Ready to go 0 to 100 for peanuts and shit like that. You want niggas that think that they know about $1 billion connection to one individual, and they running around, and now, it's people that may feel some type of way, and you play with his food, like you got all this glass in my food, all this aluminum chips, all these wood chips, all these different substances, you using simulations and shit with these, to put feces and cat turds all here and there where food would be, and dropping and try to act like it's just all in fun, painting a picture because he a threat. Nah, actually, what it show more is it make a person look past the subject and then start looking towards those directing it, because like I said, you might be still pulling the wool over certain individuals, but you done put a lot of people in my lucid dreams, and a lot of people, I guess you throwing them over the mic or whatnot. Like, a lot of these individuals coming through, niggas ain't that gullible. Like, they just like what I said. If I was on the opposite side, a lot of names you naming and shit, niggas might not see me in a positive light, whether they ever did, but definite when you painting a picture and keeping them with a one-track mind and tunnel vision. But when they start putting together and like, yo, listen, my nigga, that nigga truth was truth, boy. Like, and they start seeing, once it's done and he deemed dead, institutionalized, incarcerated, crippled, or whatnot, if they shit don't add up at the end, better believe shit gonna start. All that shit you think, yo, you got that, download this, clean up, church, preach. Telling you, that shit gonna start popping up amazingly. And when you showing one aspect, you think you doctoring paperwork and documents like he knew something beforehand, you gonna show something, be like, yo, I told you he knew. They gonna be like, my nigga, beyond benefit of doubt, we done crossed up each other. And I'm talking all race, color, creed, tag, bracket, position, and ranks. That's gonna be the beauty of that. It's going to be the beauty of that for the racist fuck sitting in the background. The best shit you got, hang 'em and Fromm. It's going to be Eric Gardner, Kanika Jenkins, Kendrick Johnson, Kenneth Thompson. You understand? You're going to do family members 100 ways, like, whatever. Like, my thing is, right, that shit very, very unsettling, you know? Like, but at the end of the day, let motherfuckers' bags don't add up when it's over, when he's done with it and whatnot. Let that shit don't look right. Everybody involved, everybody pushing. They gonna start coming to realization they done crisscross their own for nothing. Laugh now. Like, at the end of the day, he who laughed last laughed the longest, bro. And like, at the end of the day, I'm different. Like, no matter what trials and tribulation, I've been tortured and been put through mental strain and psychological warfare and different things my whole life, whether I was one to voice it or not. So when it comes to this right here, yes, it's very unsettling, and I see you get a kick out of it. I hear the cat calls, and I hear the different aspects from the surrounding aspects. Yeah, you understand? Yeah. That bitch pussy was old anyway. I kill her again, old hag, and nigga bitch this, nigga bitch that, and you understand, like. I heard you, but remember one thing that's going to stand out to some too now that it's in their mission, it's never a security issue or nothing of that nature, and you trying to come on in, oh, this is a sacrifice, that's a sacrifice. They like, yo, listen, some real motherfuckers going to say in the beginning, that ain't what they told me, my nigga. That's going to be your problem. It ain't the subject at hand. It ain't the individual in front. Most people start listening to the individual behind it. If you got people on the sidelines that's confirming the answer and stating the same thing he's gathering while being tortured, and then they if not looking up to you or looking to you or following off your orders, and it's turning out the motherfucking shit you said is not true, niggas still can show loyalty. You give them clarification. But you just got niggas just running around out here, crash test dummies, wild crazy. They jumping off whole buildings. They don't even need, they ain't even ask for a parachute, because you got these motherfuckers thinking they go gadget legs and shit, my nigga. But at the end of the day, like I said, stay tuned. Niggas woke. Like, no matter what transpired with Kareem Foster, remember that religious shit gonna fade on you. K-A-R-E-A-M. When they look up R-E-A-M, it's right there. When they look up that middle name, L-E capital C-H-A-Z, it's right there. So, like I said, like, I sit back, and that's why I sit, Pete. That's why you rushing it. And that's why I said the more you rush it, the more they gonna turn to Pontius Pilate Wikipedia, and they're going to read that. They're going to read the circumstances surrounding it from point A to point Z, and they're going to be like, you know, like, put it into perspective. When they look into this angels and demons and they put that into equative term, they're going to put that into a view, and they're going to say, you know, it's right there in front of your face. Like, it's not what he's saying or doing. It's what's being said while he's tortured, which he's obtaining, which many people are being tapped out. One thing you can't take from them, they're going to say, one thing is for sure, two things for certain. He is present 24/7, no matter who they tapping out, tapping in. He will be one source round the clock that's obtaining, overhearing, intaking. So at the end of the day, our shit relevant. It might not be held as valid right away, because some niggas ain't stupid. They double copying though. Like I said, double copy. $1 billion bag, $1 trillion mystery, priceless treasure, hidden in plain sight. By son, Kareem. That's what it's all about. You heard? Ark of the Covenant, Higgs, by son, Kareem. Simple. Simple. They mad, they gonna be big mad.